The morning sun was shining through Julius's window, just like it did on the day he watched the ant and the bee working hard in the backyard. He stretched, yawned, and smiled. "I wonder what I'll learn today," he said to himself, remembering how his mom and dad told him that bees and ants are nature's little workers. After breakfast, Julius put on his tiny blue backpack and waved goodbye. "Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. I'm going to school," he called. His shoes made little tap-tap-tap sounds on the path as he walked to the yellow school bus waiting at the corner. The ride to school was full of chatter and laughter. Julius sat by the window, watching trees, cars, and birds fly by. His heart was full of curiosity, his favorite feeling of all. When he got to school, he hung his backpack on its hook and hurried to class. The room smelled of crayons and books, and sunlight danced across the colorful posters on the walls. His teacher, Miss Clara, smiled warmly. "Good morning, class," she said. "Good morning, Miss Clara," the children replied together. After everyone settled in, Miss Clara said, "Today, we're going to learn about something very special. Bees." Julius's eyes widened. "Bees," he whispered, remembering the one he saw buzzing near his backyard flowers. Miss Clara turned on a big screen, showing a close-up picture of a honeybee. "Bees are some of the hardest workers in nature," she began. "Let's see what they do every day. In the early morning, when the flowers open, the bees wake up in their hive. Inside, hundreds of bees are already busy. Some bees clean the hive to keep it safe and tidy. Others take care of the baby bees called larvae, feeding them special food called royal jelly. The worker bees fly out to find flowers. They collect sweet nectar and tiny grains called pollen. The nectar is carried back in their bellies to the hive, where it's turned into honey. Bees talk to each other by dancing. They move in circles and wiggle their bodies to show where the best flowers are. That's called the waggle dance. Meanwhile, the queen bee stays in the hive, laying eggs that will become the next generation of bees. Every bee has an important job, and they work together to keep their hive alive and healthy." As Ms. Clara finished, she smiled. "And that's why we say busy as a bee." The classroom filled with soft oohs and wows. Julius raised his hand. "So the bees work together like a big team." "That's right, Julius," said Ms. Clara, "just like friends helping each other in school." Julius grinned, turning to his classmates. "I saw a bee before. It was working on a flower in my garden. Now I know what it was doing." Everyone began chatting happily, pretending to buzz like bees. Some flapped their arms like wings, others hummed softly. The room was full of laughter and imagination. Soon, the bell rang. It was time to go home. Julius climbed onto the yellow school bus. Sitting by the window again, he watched the trees and houses pass by, thinking about the bees and their busy, happy hive. When the bus stopped near his home, Julius hopped off, waving goodbye to his friends. He walked through the front yard, where the evening sun painted everything in gold. And there, near a flower, he spotted a little bee again. It buzzed gently, flying from petal to petal. Julius smiled and whispered, "I know what you're doing, little bee. You're working hard, just like me, learning at school." Then he waved and went inside, his heart buzzing with curiosity for what he would learn next.